When John F. Kennedy was elected president in 1960, he not only became the youngest man ever elected, but also the first ever Roman Catholic president.
It was a feeling that something had just happened that is a wonderful thing, not only for the Irish, not only for the Catholic community, but for the nation.
Head of the Buffalo Catholic Diocese, Bishop Richard Malone was a 13-year-old middle schooler in Boston when Kennedy was elected. He remembers all too well the pride the Irish Catholic community felt when Kennedy became president. He also remembers the challenges Kennedy faced as an Irish Catholic candidate. Many people said there would never be a non-Protestant white male president, while others believed a Catholic president meant the country would be controlled by the Vatican.
There was such a need to confront a true anti-Catholic bigotry around having a Catholic for president, because people were concerned, as you know, that if we had a Catholic in the White House, there'd be a direct line to the Vatican and the Pope would be making the decisions, which is absurd.
We were all children of the famine.
71-year-old Margaret Moriarty McGrath, who works at the Buffalo Irish Center, was a college freshman when Kennedy became president. An Irish immigrant whose family had moved to Buffalo just 2 years before the election, she says Kennedy's rise to the presidency sent a powerful message to the Irish community and the world that no matter where you came from, here in America, anything is possible.
Even when they came over here, the Irish themselves didn't even speak their language, because speaking Irish was indication that you were poor. So it got us beyond that feeling of no self-worth. And to see somebody's family that had actually risen up from the same feelings of no self-worth and deprivation and become the most powerful person in the world at that time, it gives you a sense of hope.
But 3 years after he was elected, that hope turned to despair on that fateful day in Dallas.
His assassination in 1963, when I was a junior in high school, we all remember that clearly, was a very, very devastating shock to the whole nation.
Now, 50 years later, Malone believes Kennedy's legacy of first helped pave the way for candidates today.
That he was able to keep rising and rising and rising beyond all that held his people down. It's the same thing we saw with the election of Barack Obama. It would have been unthinkable once to have a black president, unthinkable to have an Irish president, and I imagine someday we'll have a Jewish president. And isn't that a good thing, too, if he or she is the right candidate?
In Buffalo, Kevin Jolly, YNN.